What's up, everyone? Welcome to the first live stream of 2024. Now, I do want to preface this with if you are a Dyno PT, did not require or it did not require a doctorate to practice as a PT, this video does not apply to you and you can go fuck yourself. All right. So, what I want to talk about today is the reason you should be pissed off and what you need to do. Through my own personal story, my own personal emotions, and how a lot of other people feel, and I know a lot of pre-PTs or people going to PT school are going to disagree with me on this, but they can go fuck themselves. All right. So this is something where I want you to really understand that when I applied to PT school in 2014, I had to write about Vision 2020, the doctor of the future. I went to PT school in 2015, graduated 2018, all about Vision 2020, all this shit, doctor of the future, all of this, right? 2020 happened. It was all a lie. Now, you will see the APTA showing their building and a large woman being like, oh, we're having much success. But realistically, it looks like all your fees are going to feed the woman they showed in that video, right? So this is something where you really have to understand that a lot of us were lied to and we're pissed off, right? We were told, hey, write about Vision 2020, Doctor of the Future, how you're going to impact healthcare, how you're going to change, how you're going to fill this role. That never actually came into existence, right? Now, that being said, if you had someone pay for your PT school or if you're military, et cetera, this video doesn't apply to you. That's completely different, right? I know in the military, you have way more scope and you're paid based on your education the way it should be. So this does not apply to military PTs at all. If you had your education paid for, not in debt, whatever, you're probably not going to resonate with this video as much. That's okay. This video is not for you. All right. This is something where I want to make sure that I'm talking to the right people, the people that, were like, hey, you're going to be a doctor, the doctor of physical therapy. It's going to cost you 6 figures or more, or 6 figures tuition. You got to take an extra cost of living loans to live, and you graduate with maybe 150 to 200K because you're a young kid, you don't understand finance. Maybe you were never taught finance, right? And some people will shame you for not going to the cheapest school. But what if you applied 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and the only school you got into was a very expensive one, and it was better than your current alternatives? So now you have that degree to higher education, but you paid maybe 150 to 200K, and your first job is 60K. Well, now you should be pissed off because any other business, if you pay for something, you don't get it, or you get a shitty value, usually you get your money back or some sort of compensation, or that goes out of the business, right? Now, unfortunately, we can't sue the APTA. Technically, maybe you could on damages, etc. But it is something where you have to understand that a lot of people, a lot of smart young individuals are getting fucked. Okay. This is something where it's gotten out of control. If you saw a video on my channel from earlier this year, early 2023, sorry, because it's 2024, January 1st, early 2023, if you saw a video, I went through on why PT does not make financial sense when you look at it from a numbers game. Now, some of you fucking cucks commented on it like, oh, but I can go be a slave for 10 years and then maybe one day master will forgive my loans. Shut the fuck up, bro. No one wants to go be a slave to an organization, a workforce, a nonprofit for 10 years. A, you could fucking die at any time. B, you could not track your payments correctly, not be forgiven. C, laws could change, etc. Also, inflation goes up, dollar value goes down, all of these things, right? But realistically, you should get rid of that mindset. Don't ever go to anything thinking, oh, I can work somewhere for 10 years and then maybe I'll be forgiven. That's a fucking loser mindset. And only fucking losers think like that. If you want true freedom, you want to be able to do what the fuck you want, make videos like this, go shoot guns in the fucking desert and have a fucking good time, listen to what I'm fucking telling you. Because the way you need to think about it now, with inflation, with Bidenomics, with all this shit going on in this country, you need to think about like, okay, I have 200K in student loans. I need to find out how to make 20,000 fucking dollars a month. Why? Well, you have 10,000 for whatever, investing, all that stuff, life stuff, and then 10,000 to put towards loans. You can pay that shit off, or you could just invest the fuck out of it and get a crazy return. But it's one of these things where if you're not doing that or getting that level of income, you're going to be trapped because the system was designed to trap you, especially if you're a young male. The system fucking hates young males, and a lot of young dudes kill themselves because a lot of dudes are not loved unconditionally. And when they can't provide or stressed out debt, they kill themselves. Unfortunately, it's usually strong young males that have no other options, no support. And what happens is the country doesn't give a fuck. No one gives a fuck because when the government wants tyranny, all the stuff, they don't give a fuck if the young males die because those are the people that would rise up against the tyranny, right? So it's something where understand that the system was designed to give you financial problems, mental health problems, all these things, so the system can always win. The system has always been rigged against you. We've even seen this in the crypto space recently, right? Crypto was decentralized finance, all this stuff. Well, guess what? People made money in crypto. That's not happening. Meme stocks. Sorry, you're not allowed to make money unless we say so. So this is something where you have to go into business, create a business, a service, something along those lines, so you can take your time back, your freedom back, and at least do something where you see a direct ROI. Working in an insurance-based setting, you're not going to see a direct ROI. Now, for myself, I got fucked over as a PT out of school. I was so broke, struggling. My cars were maxed out. I missed car payments. I was stealing change. I went through so much financial pain because these fuckers basically lied to me when I graduated PT school, and I was just not making any money. I was able to, take a leap of faith and actually then go make six figures and then teach others how to do that. And now I've helped 1,000 other PTs make six figures in home health. But that was the old way. That's something that's really not going to be there anymore, right? You can make six figures in home health, but I want you to understand that you are going to be scope and salary capped, right? And I'm seeing this comment here. I just got laid off. Yep, that's exactly why I got fired in 2019 with PDGM. Reimbursement cuts happened. I was getting paid six figures as a PT. I was the highest paid employee at that company. So I just got fired, right? That's something where if you message me on Instagram, email, whatever, just let me know you comment on this video. I'll try to hook you up with at least some sort of advice for you commenting and actually following this stream right here. So I appreciate it, and I appreciate you commenting. So send me a message. We'll see if we can work out something for you, man. All right. It's going to be for free, completely free too. So just send me a message. All right. So this is something where, and why I'm saying this and why I'm getting back to this here is that understand, guys, like I'm probably doing 30 to 50K a month right now. I'm trying to get to 167K a month, but it's not for me to make money. It's for me to have freedom and for me to be able to provide jobs for people, pay my staff six figures, really grow and scale my team. And it's something where I'm more upset about this stuff because I paid so much money for grad school, and I have multiple grad degrees, right? I paid money for the Master's of Public Health. I made money for the DPT. I went to law school. I paid all this money. But when I just focused on my business for 4 months, I was able to take it from nothing to $20,000 a month or so with my agency. Yes, we have exposure because YouTube and other things and my Discord coaching, all of that. And I've been making content since 2018. So it's a bit easier for me because money follows attention. But the fact that I could take nothing and turn it into $20,000 a month in 4 months, but I never learned any of that shit in grad school when I was paying multi six figures, it infuriates me. And I want to make sure that you guys know that it's actually not that fucking hard if you work hard enough, right? I know 50 Cent said, get rich or die trying. Yes, right. But it's not because it equals happiness. It's because it equals freedom, right? And by getting that freedom and seeing a direct ROI on your work, you're going to be happier. You're going to be more fulfilled. You're going to basically escape the system that's trying to hold you down and suppress you. All right. So this is one of these things where you truly, truly, truly need to understand this. Now, again, why did DPTpreneur grow so fast with the agency? Because going to law school, actually understand HIPAA compliance. A lot of fuck boys in the space, fuck girls, etc., are like, oh, we're HIPAA compliant. Motherfucker, you don't even know what the BAA is, right? So like, there's something where HIPAA privacy policy, all these things. So that helped a lot grow the business. Plus, also running businesses the past few years, we were able to grow and scale that agency, right? So there are things there that that helped. But at the end of the day, I want you to know that whatever you do, it is possible, but you can't listen to the status quo and you can't listen to people that don't have what you want. I'll tell you right now, currently I'm working with one coach. I worked with one business coach prior, and I've probably spent a lot of money on coaching the past few years. And I don't think coaching is always the answer either, because I know there's times where I've left coaching programs because they were too expensive or I wasn't in the right mindset, etc. But what I learned from that experience is that if you get around people that align with you or communities that people have aligned with you or they're aligned towards the same goal and you want everybody to win and you're a team where you're always looking out for the person next to you and they're looking out for you, that is how you truly, truly win. And not all coaching programs are like that, et cetera. Agencies, all of these things I'm talking about, but it's something where the reason we've had success is because the way we treat our team, our agency, it's never about the money, the finance. It's about, hey, how can we help as many people as possible in the best way as possible to destroy our competition? And by doing that, we grow and we scale so much faster than people being cheap, being, oh, poor me, all these things. Again, too, a big thing we've seen this past year is that anyone that's out of shape, does not go in the gym, they have no business running a business, because if you are middle-aged, you've accomplished nothing, maybe a few degrees, but you've never accomplished anything physically or put in time to be consistent or at least trying to get back in shape, your business is going to fail, and you're also going to be a terrible client, right? So that's something where we actually fire clients when they don't meet our high performing criteria. We give them a few chances, etc., some stuff like that, but we will fire them from time to time. But it is something where, like, the way we run stuff is we have a vision to be the best and only help the best. And by doing that, we're able to grow and scale. So if you have that vision for yourself, like, hey, maybe you're going to run a cash practice, right? We took many cash practices from nothing to $30,000 a month this year. And maybe you're going to run a cash practice. It's very, very easy to do if you put in the work, network, and talk to people. Almost everything comes down to network and talking to people. If you're going to run an online business, you can't just throw shit at the wall and see what's going to happen. You have to actually find out if there's a need in your niche or create a new need based on market research. We teach this in DPDpreneur and coaching programs, etc., and some free content that we put out from time to time in Reels. But it is something where understand that you cannot just have random shit work because you think it's going to work. You have to discover the market, the problems, the needs, and things like that. So if you are struggling right now, you want an online business, an in-person business, make sure that you do that first. That is going to be the key in scaling and growing. And I believe anyone watching this can make $20,000 a month, which is why I'm setting that as the standard, because it's actually easy if you just do the fucking work, right? I know a lot of my clients make a lot more money than me. I took a lot of clients from nothing to $20,000 a month this past year, and now they're doing more, some doing 90,000, etc. So it is something, though, where you have to understand that it is possible. But if you don't have that right now, it's because you haven't worked towards it. You've been putting your time somewhere else, or you don't fucking deserve it. And you know damn well you don't deserve it because you haven't putting in the fucking work, right? Why am I doing a live stream right now at 11:32 Arizona time, right? Why am I doing that right now at 11:32 Arizona time? Well, A, my wife's an ER doctor, so I'm just up all the fucking time at weird hours. But no, the real reason is I'm showing that I do it no matter how I feel. Why did I work out earlier today? Because I fucking do it no matter how I feel, right? So this is something where you have to understand that you have to put in the fucking work, and you are supposed to suffer, because if you do not suffer enough, you're not going to appreciate the final outcome. You are supposed to do these things. They're supposed to be hard, because if it was easy, everyone would do it. All right. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. I know it started off with, you should be okay. You should be pissed off at the APTA for lying to you, all of these things. But the way to fix it is honestly go find a market, a niche, a problem you can solve through market research. Find out how to charge appropriately for that. I know if you did my free challenge back in June, we talked about that. This is one of these things where if you're able to do these things and get enough lead nurture and volume, you can easily have a $20,000 a month business. Now, you can save for taxes and stuff on the back end, but this is one of those things where it is not hard. We just did it in a couple of months based on exposure, right? And that's not even including the coaching program, the Discord, the trading, all of the stuff we do on the back end with investing. This is something where we just took one agency from nothing to 20K a month because we did market research, market need, and became the best in the space. All right. We go through and read here. Yeah, Night House IS. Yeah. So this is one of these things where by doing these things, you can grow and you can scale, but it's going to take time. I've had my own clients that have left my programs because they never put time into it, or they didn't see results in 3 months, so they quit. If you look at me right now, I've been on YouTube since 2018, 2019. I'm still making content, still putting out stuff, talk to people on Instagram, active in my Discord. I'm working consistently almost all of the time. Right now I'm doing it, not getting paid, right? I'm just doing this to provide value to the market. These are things where it takes time. Understand that true business to grow and scale is a long game, and it's going to suck for at least the first year. We purposely kick people out of programs that work with me if they are not doing the work, or maybe we give them an extension, etc. But it's something where most of the times when that happens, they still don't do the work, even with extensions, free software services, etc. That we try to help VAs. We give them all of these things, and because of that, it's one of those things that the people that are succeeding right now are succeeding because they truly want it, but also most of them that we've noticed have truly struggled with something in their life at some point and never want to go back to that place, right? So if you've never truly struggled, it may be harder for you to find more motivation, okay? So these are a few things, about 15 minutes here, so I'll stop the stream. I'm going to be doing more of these daily, most likely, as we go through the year. want to help you as much as possible. I don't have my whiteboard up where I would go through the formulas, perfect pricing, things like that. I'll try to figure out how to do that with the stream. I may need to go and connect an iPad. I don't know how to stream with that on YouTube because I'm just doing it for the first time right now with the YouTube Live because I prefer streaming on YouTube to other platforms. But yeah, so if you like this, comment, share, subscribe, etc., or send me a message on Instagram if you want to DM me or have a quick chat, or you can email me at drsmithdpt@gmail.com. All right, that's really it for the live stream. Hope everyone has a good night. And if you resonate with what I said, leave something in the chat. All right.